The army nurse, who was accused of leaving the base without permission to visit Jin, denied accusations. Jin's older brother responded to the accusations of preferential treatment, Jungkook's potential career change, Suga teased his translator for making a mistake, a piece of equipment caught fire on stage during Suga's recent concert, RM offered to give a fan a wedding present, and BLACKPINK's Jisoo discussed the possibility of platonic friendships between males and females. The army nurse who was accused of leaving the base without permission to visit Jin denied the accusations. On June 20th, as per Korea Standard Time, a legal spokesperson shared the standpoint of an army medical professional referred to as A. This individual had previously come under scrutiny for purportedly leaving their designated military base G to administer a vaccine to BTS's Jin, who was positioned at base N. A's legal spokesperson communicated that A was merely responding to a collaboration request made by another medical professional based at N, the location where Jin was stationed. A had only intended to assist with the vaccination procedures. The spokesperson went on to elaborate that a nurse from base N has sought assistance from A roughly a week prior to the planned vaccinations. During that period, most personnel and officers at base N were off duty, prompting the medical team to seek help from base G, which was the nearest base housing some of their peers. In addition, it was explained from A's perspective that A had provided vaccinations to nearly 200 trainee soldiers within an hour, administering up to 3 shots per soldier. Given the rapid pace and the soldiers wearing masks, there was little to no opportunity for A to engage in conversations or even see the faces of the soldiers, making it impossible for A to recognize Jin. Ultimately, it was asserted that A had received approval from the head of staff to aid with the vaccinations at base N. A has indicated a willingness to participate in the ongoing army investigation until the matter is settled. In the meantime, Jin began his military service as an active duty soldier in December of 2022. He currently serves as an assistant instructor for basic training at his designated location. Jin's older brother responded to the accusations of preferential treatment. Kim Seok-jung, the elder brother of Jin from BTS, has stepped forward to address claims concerning preferential treatment at the Bruno Mars concert. In a comprehensive message issued on June 19th, Kim Seok-jung articulated his intention to elucidate the situation and halt further fallout. He admitted that these unintentional actions sparked a dispute during an occasion designed for the enjoyment of all participants. Regarding the matter of the contentious tickets, Kim Seok-jung put forth a clear statement. Contrary to conjecture, these tickets were neither secured illegally nor procured hastily. He emphasized that they were not pre-purchased invitation tickets from a specific corporation or group. He sought to reassure everyone that there was no wrongdoing involved in the acquisition of the tickets. Further expanding on the situation, Kim Seok-jung stated that as per the wording on the invitation, it explicitly allowed the ticket to be used by the card member or the recipient. He expressed his heartfelt apologies for any confusion or misunderstanding that the situation might have caused. The Bruno Mars concert, a part of the Hyundai Card Super Concert series, was held on the 17th and 18th of this month at Seoul Jamsil Sport Complex's Olympic Main Stadium. The concert attracted a colossal crowd of over 100,000 fans, including illustrious celebrities like RM and V from BTS, Jennie and Rose from BLACKPINK, and G-Dragon among others. However, eyebrows were raised when it was revealed that a significant number of invitation tickets were issued to celebrities, and their seats were notably close to the stage, sparking concerns of favoritism. In the midst of these controversies, when Kim Seok-jung confirmed his concert attendance using an invitation, it led to doubts and speculations. The conjecture suggested that the favoritism might extend beyond the celebrities to include their families and close friends. Jungkook's potential career change. BTS's Jungkook has earned a reputation as an all-rounded idol, and rightly so given his diverse set of skills and talents demonstrated since his debut in 2013. From captivating performances on stage to serving as an ambassador for Calvin Klein, showcasing an endearing personality and exhibiting remarkable athleticism, Jungkook has consistently impressed his fans. One way in which he has done this is by sharing his passion for boxing. Whether on Instagram or during live broadcasts on Weverse, fans have been astounded by Jungkook's prowess in the sport, which has even become a point of discussion among the BTS members. Among those Jungkook has trained with is MMA star and physical 100 protagonist Chu Sang-hoon. They had sparred together back in 2022 and reunited in 2023, during which time Chu Sung-hoon shared a touching post about Jungkook. Chu Sung-hoon appeared to have immense respect for Jungkook's boxing skills. A video clip which gained social media attention earlier this month features the athlete praising Jungkook's strength and skill. He expressed surprise at the idol's boxing talent. Chu Sung-hoon also discussed Jungkook's potential future in boxing, even linking it to his dietary habits. He said that Jungkook could become a professional boxer if he concentrated solely on training, and highlighted the idol's large appetite demonstrated during a meal at the Korean barbecue. Chu Sung-hoon further explained that he had invited Jungkook to train with him, allowing him to experience training with a professional, a different level compared to amateur training. He mentioned that Jungkook was enthusiastic about training with him again. Even though Jungkook is far from abandoning his idol career, it seems that boxing could be a potential future path for him if he chooses to explore new ventures. Suga teased his translator for making a mistake. BTS's Suga is currently taking Asia by storm with his tour. He recently captivated audiences with 3 nights of performances at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. During the inaugural night, Suga mentioned that there were 2 more days left of his performances. However, the interpreter mistakenly translated it into English as 2 more songs. Suga quickly recognized the error and corrected the translator. It appeared as though he quickly joked about taking over the interpreter's role, once again demonstrating his impressive grasp of English. Suga pointed out, "I was talking about 2 more days," to which the translator responded with an apology and a correction. Suga playfully added, "Our interpreter seems to be nervous today." A piece of equipment caught fire on stage during Suga's recent concert. One of the toughest aspects of live performance is the capacity to manage any unexpected incident on stage, which no amount of preparation can foresee. In addition, the challenge lies in addressing these issues softly to avoid disrupting the audience's immersive experience. BTS members have honed these skills quite remarkably over the years. Regardless of whether their microphone packs are coming loose or the stage turns slippery, necessitating swift decision-making, the group possesses a knack for maintaining the momentum of the show while simultaneously managing such accidents. This same level of professionalism was exhibited by Suga during his most recent concert. Suga concluded the Asian segment of his solo tour on June 18th with an impeccable performance in Singapore. The tour's stage setup heavily relies on pyrotechnics or the usage of fire, which is instrumental in generating the ambience for the majority of Suga's hard-hitting songs. However, an unfortunate event occurred on stage during the second day of the Singapore show. During these shows, Suga typically interacts closely with the audience while performing the day, even selecting one phone from the crowd to record himself while singing. At the Singapore concert, Suga followed the usual routine. However, he spent a bit longer than usual on the stairs before returning to the stage, all the while continuing his performance as if nothing was amiss. However, fans, through their recorded videos, noticed that a piece of equipment had ignited on stage while Suga was on the stairs. A staff member was also seen rushing to the scene with a fire extinguisher to douse the flames. Fans couldn't help but commend Suga's professionalism in keeping the audience engaged despite such a hazardous incident. This occurrence is reminiscent of a previous BTS concert at the Rose Bowl Stadium, where all the members demonstrated similar expertise. Fans also expressed their gratitude for the vigilant staff members who continuously ensure the safety of everyone attending this concert. RM offered to give a fan a wedding present. BTS members are no strangers to receiving marriage proposals from their ardent fans, which led to the creation of the famous meme "Yoongi Marry Me." However, it's unusual to see fans rushing to get married to anyone other than BTS members. But it seems the group's leader RM has somehow triggered such a scenario. On June 17th, nearly 400,000 fans convened at Yeouido Park in Seoul for the grand celebration of BTS's 10th debut anniversary. The event featured a live talk session with RM as a radio DJ, followed by a fireworks display narrated by Jungkook. During his time on stage, RM conducted a segment where he read and responded to fan letters, sharing their personal experiences with BTS. One of the letters came from a fan who goes by the pseudonym Simba Nuna. She revealed that she found solace in BTS's music after her ex-boyfriend abruptly ended the relationship. She wrote that, despite being aware of the band's existence, she wasn't initially a fan. However, after following her unexpected breakup via text, she impulsively bought a ticket to the BTS concert at Wembley in 2019. The fan wrote a heartfelt account of her journey, from being an ordinary person to becoming an army after her ex-boyfriend unexpectedly requested a break and then disappeared. The aftermath of this incident left her wanting to escape. which coincided with the BTS performance at Wembley. She bought plane tickets and attended her first BTS concert. The fan explained how the concert, especially the closing speeches, brought her comfort. She credited BTS for helping her overcome her breakup and re-engage with the world. She then surprised everyone with the news that she had found her significant other and would be getting married soon. RM's response to the fans' impending wedding was endearing. He extended his congratulations to Simba Nuna, and in his excitement to applaud the happy news, he almost knocked over his microphone. What happened next set off a wave of marriage eagerness among the armies. RM quipped, "If you provide me with your bank details, I'll transfer a congratulatory sum," which led to an uproar among the audience. Despite RM's playful promise, fans have no intention of letting him forget his words. As soon as the livestream ended, fans seemed ready to sprint down the aisle. BLACKPINK's Jisoo discussed the possibility of platonic friendships between males and females. Dating remains one of the most contentious subjects in K-pop, and yet the industry's idols seem to enjoy participating in discussions about the possibility of platonic friendships between different genders. A recent video collaboration on the subject involved BLACKPINK's Jisoo and Winner's Jinu, two prominent figures from YG Entertainment. The duo, often hailed for their visual appeal, have had several memorable interactions over the years, representing the strong bond between their respective groups. Jisoo recently starred alongside Jinu in a video on the Ding Univ YouTube channel. As expected, the pair, being YG Entertainment idols, showcased excellent rapport, with Jisoo seeming less introverted than usual. Given their long-standing relationship, it wasn't a surprise when Jisoo playfully ribbed Jinu about his hosting abilities. This interaction further underscored the closeness between Jisoo and Jinu, who seem to share a sibling-like relationship. A major point of discussion in the video revolved around the idea of whether boys and girls can be just friends. The question tends to generate a lot of debate in Asian cultures and is frequently discussed by idols. Before diving into the heart of the matter, Jisoo talked about her own friendship with Jinu, stating that they've known each other for over a decade. Despite this, Jisoo's declaration that opposite genders couldn't maintain friendships surprised Jinu and the co-hosts. This statement became even more puzzling when Jisoo later referred to Jinu as a male friend. Fortunately, Jisoo was ready with an explanation and a workaround: her decade-long acquaintance with Jinu and possibly other Winner members. Jisoo also shared additional factors to consider when determining if a relationship is platonic or more. According to her, the nature of the interactions plays a crucial role. She found it hard to comprehend constant communication, but occasional check-ins seemed more indicative of a friendship. Jinu's stance on the issue seemed less defined than Jisoo's. Like Jisoo, he believed that the attitude between friends was key to understanding the relationship's nature. He seemed to suggest that the way a person treats him is indicative of whether they are just a friend or potentially something more.